So I just prepared the dinner for the family members. Wives are not included after all.
Okay, fine. My heart is screaming with joy. I glanced over my husband and father-in-law, and they both nodded in agreement. That's it. Now's the time to get it out.
It's okay. I'll eat what I prepared.
Wait a minute. I was searching something in my bag.
Here it is.
Mother, I found this. What's in my hand is an envelope. My name is Molly. I married my husband Kevin when I was 25. 3 years later, our son was born. We had a happy life together as a family. I got back to work after the birth of our child. We are trying hard to raise our child. One of the biggest problems in my life is my mother-in-law. Well, I guess she's so-called bride bully. My husband is always careful about her, but when we were just married, it was very difficult to deal with. My husband is the middle of 3 siblings. He is the only one married. The other 2 are still enjoying their single life. My mother-in-law has always been the spotlight of the family. She called herself Madonna of the family. It's all male, and you know how difficult to deal with them.
So I'm the Madonna of this family.
Well, I guess she really thinks she is. And then I showed up as the only daughter-in-law. My father-in-law and other siblings care about me a lot, so I was recognized as an imaginary enemy.
I can't believe Kevin is getting married. He used to say he was going to marry me.
What are you talking about?
It's true, Kevin. You shouldn't forget the taste of our family meals even though you're getting married. You should have meals at our home.
No need. Molly is a good cook, and we both have jobs. We'll take care of our house together.
No way. She makes you do the housework?
Don't talk like that. We decide what's best for us. I want not a word from you, Mom. My husband is kind of the person who speaks out whenever he sees something. He's been on my side 100% for sure, which I really appreciate. But my husband doesn't read much into things, and he's not very good at noticing the situation. So my mother-in-law tried to do something that is difficult to notice. For example, the meals. When we go back to my husband's parents' house, my mother-in-law serves meals. On the surface, this seems like a pretty normal scene that you'd seen anywhere. But my mother-in-law never lets me in the kitchen. Even when I offer to help, she tells me not to do anything. And the food on the table all looks the same. But it's because I'm not allowed to help. I don't know what's inside. I once had a soup with a lot of small fish bones in it. I didn't know that, and I drank it in one gulp, and it was killing me. Another time was a steak with bitter garlic mixed in, and it was deadly bitter. Molly, are you alright?
I think I have a stomach ache.
Are you okay?
Oh, you don't like my food, do you?
She said she's not feeling well. Stop it.
Maybe she's just pretending to be sick?
I don't think so. Hey, stop. Don't do that to an ill person. It's impossible, isn't it?
Fine, you're all on her side.
We don't mean that.
I made dinner for you all, and what's wrong?
Don't worry, I'll eat it all.
No!
You scared me. What's wrong? Why are you shouting?
It's just... I can't let you eat something that's been cold.
Don't worry about it.
I say stop.
Without hearing my mother-in-law stop him, he picked up the plate of meat and potatoes in front of me. What the hell? Oh! My husband threw out the food. What is this? Vinegar? It tastes so different from mine.
It happened before.
What?
I was served by a soup with many little fish bones.
Mom, what's going on?
I didn't do anything. You must have misunderstood.
Of course not. This meat and potato is terrible. Dad, try some. When my husband tried to give the meat and potatoes to my father-in-law, my mother-in-law took it from him.
If it's that bad, you don't have to eat it anymore.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm asking why Molly's food is so bad.
I don't have any idea. I think she did it to sum it up.
Enough! It's unbelievable. You never let Molly in the kitchen. Besides, seeing you taking the plate like that, I think you have something. Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, I'm done. I'm never cooking a meal again.
In the end, my mother-in-law neither admitted nor apologized for the situation, and my husband took this an opportunity to quit visiting his family unless we had to. And the rest of the day was pretty peaceful until I witnessed an unbelievable scene of my mother-in-law somewhere. One day, I was out of the town for a business trip. On my way back to the hotel after a meeting, I saw my mother-in-law, and next to her was a man in his 20s, and they were walking while holding hands.
What? No way!
I was freezed. I'm sure I don't know that guy, so I followed them. They then entered a cafe and sat down on a seat by the window. They were not sitting in front of each other, but next to each other. I didn't hesitate to start filming, and then their faces got closed. Whoa, I'm not going to watch this. They left the cafe after about half an hour and disappeared to an hotel. The next day, I went home, waited for the kids to go to bed. I turned to my husband. Hey, you know what? You don't want to see your parents doing something shameful, do you? I was thinking to tell depending on my husband's response. I decided to delete the videos and pictures I saw yesterday if he doesn't want to know. I don't care. You're okay to see something shameful doing by your own parents? Then I could learn something from it. I see. What's wrong? Something wrong with your parents? But it was your parents. Oh my god. Was it my mom? Yeah, I guess so. What did she do to you? No, nothing to me. I told my husband everything that what happened yesterday. Oh, seriously? I took the videos and pictures. Let me see. I handed him my phone. Oh my god. That's disgusting. I can't watch my mom doing that. How old does she think she is? He wasn't shocked at all. You're not shocked? No. Not at all. I mean, it's not her first time. What? It happened long ago. She used to cheat on Dad because he was traveling a lot. Well, she claimed it. But my brother was still in middle school. Dad forgave her and rebuilt the relationship. Oh, I see. Well, I guess they won't rebuild it anymore. I'll have an agency look into it. Can I use the money on it? Of course, it's worth it. Thank you. I'll let you know how it goes. It took us a month to find an agency and get the results. My husband was stunned when he saw the report. Then, let's take the report to Mom.
What? That's necessary. Why don't you just give it to your father and let him decide?
That won't make us feel better. Molly, Mom did something bad to you, didn't she? Let's give her revenge. That's the only way I feel better. I should do something for my dearest wife, shouldn't I?
Oh, Kevin.
To tell the truth, I wanted to see my mother-in-law lose her mind in front of me.
I wanted to get back at her everything she's done to me. Good job, Kevin.
I'll tell my dad about this before we go. I don't want to confront him with the truth out of the blue.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So we left our son at my parents' house for the weekend and headed to my husband's parents' house. When we arrived, my mother-in-law scolded me as usual. But I didn't care, because what she does to me, as long as I know, is going to end today. The time to confront her with the evidence should be at dinner. But my mother-in-law launched an unexpected attack at the first place. My husband, my father-in-law, and I were all a little taken back.
Let's start the meal.
My mother-in-law was smiling, but the three of us, including me, were frozen. Where's Molly's food?
She doesn't like my food, so no food for her. I just prepared a meal for the family members. Wives are not included after all.
Okay, fine. My heart is screaming with joy. I glance over at my husband and father-in-law, and they both nodded in agreement. That's it. Now the time to get it out.
It's okay. I will eat what I prepared. Wait a minute.
I was searching something in my bag.
Here it is.
Mother, I found this. What's in my hand is an envelope.
Well, I can't eat this. Oh yes, this was a present for Mother. I totally forgot about it.
I took out the envelope to my mother-in-law.
Oh, you could be smart sometime.
My mother-in-law accepted it happily, despite such a hateful comment. And the moment she saw the contents of the envelope, her hand stopped, and then her body started shaking. What's the matter?
It's nothing.
Is it nothing? What did she give you?
Nothing special. Come on, let's eat.
My mother-in-law used her chopsticks to get the rice, but she was whooping, so the rice spilled out of the bowl one after another. Mom, tell us. My husband took the envelope from the mother-in-law.
Give it back to me.
Mother-in-law is desperate. My husband took the report from the envelope. What's this? Looks like an old woman is buying a young man for a date.
You should check the other side.
And the back too? That's interesting. On the back offer, I put pictures of my mother-in-law and some young men being together. At first, I thought my mother-in-law was having an affair with one young man, but the agency said they discovered that she had relationships with various young men. You really don't learn, do you? I can't believe all my hard work was turning to a place like this. I think you know the next. I'm divorcing you.
Wait a minute. This isn't cheating. It's just for fun.
You're not wasting Dad's money on something like that. It's disgusting. And these guys are even younger than us. Oh my God. By the way, including Dan and Jason, we all know about this now. We're cutting you off. I'm cutting you off too. Don't worry. All you have to do is accept it. I know you don't have enough money to pay me alimony. In exchange, never show up in front of us.
Wait a minute. It's not just a casual date. I was just thinking of seeing different worlds. Right, Molly? You go out to eat with another man sometime? No, not at all. I don't spend money on men who aren't my family. It's such a waste. I would have spent it on Kevin or Little John.
Don't you do this to me. You are also a woman, don't you?
Yeah, I am. But what's your point? I'm saying it's never enough to be only a wife or a mother, isn't it? That's disgusting. Then why don't you stay single? I bet you would cheat sometime.
Don't you insult Molly. She's not like you. We all know. Well, it's a good opportunity for me to tell you something. I was planning to divorcing you when I retired. It's a good timing.
Huh?
I forgave you when I found out about your affair a long time ago. You did not learn from it, but kept doing the same thing. I knew it. Actually, on the days you were out, the dinner would be frozen food. You didn't think I would know it, did you?
It's all your fault. You were not with me.
That's what you do. You blame everyone else. It's a miracle my sons turn out to be good people with this kind of mother. Yeah, that's because we three looked you as a negative example. I think you're the reason Dan and Jason are still single. If you have a spouse like this, you're seriously screwed your life. Hey, oh sorry, my bad. This person was Dad's spouse once. This is a good start. Now get out of my house. I'm not giving you any of my retired money.
Wait a minute. I'm supposed to have half of them, ain't I?
Because it's even by the alimony. Alimony could only be claimed from 3 years ago. Even though I can only claim it from 3 years ago when you were cheating me, it's going to be plenty of money. My mother-in-law paused and thought about it, and then turning pale. She looked dizzy and confused.
Where is she going?
She must have gone back to her parents' house. After that, my mother-in-law never came back to this house, and they got divorced. My mother-in-law was left penniless. She went back to her parents' house, but now that the money is gone, she seemed to cut off from the young people and was living at home for a while. But my husband's grandparents, instead of allowing her to come back, they had her work full-time, and now she works at a supermarket near her parents' house. My father-in-law is a very generous man. My mother-in-law was a fool to betray him. Now that my mother-in-law is gone, the family is in perfect harmony. My brother-in-law Dan and Jason, who never came home before, started to show up often. Recently, they've been talking about getting married. I feel happy for them. Everyone has a big smile on their face. And now I'm pregnant with my second child. I'm going to continue to put my family first in my life. It's upset to have a mother-in-law like that. It seems that the people have affairs lose their minds so often. My father-in-law could finally enjoy his late life now. I hope he can live peacefully from now on.